You know what they did to me?
Isaiah Bradley is a super soldier from Captain America lore. The MCU version of the character in The Falcon and the Winter Soldier was my first introduction to him. He was experimented on by the United States government, experiments which killed most of his compatriots. This video is not about Isaiah's story though, but the true story of the extremely unethical study that inspired it. This is an account of racist medical practices that resulted in the deaths of more than 100 people.
They experimented on me.
In 1932, the United States Public Health Service launched a study along with the Tuskegee Institute, which is now called Tuskegee University. Tuskegee is a city in the southeast United States, and it is there that the Tuskegee study of untreated syphilis in the Negro male was conducted. As you can tell by the name, the point of the study was to observe the progression of syphilis in these black men. The study involved a total of 600 men, 339 with syphilis, and a control group of 201 without it. These men were mostly farmers, sharecroppers with low incomes, and many had never been to the doctor before. There was no cure for syphilis at the time, because penicillin had become a standard treatment for the infection years after the study started. Unfortunately, the subjects of the study received no information from the people conducting it. Doctors told them they had bad blood, whatever that meant. And remember I said that there was no treatment for syphilis at the time? Well, penicillin became the treatment for syphilis in 1947, 15 years after the study started. Still, the doctors were instructed not to give the men proper treatment. That would get in the way of the study after all. Even as the subjects went insane, lost their eyesight, died, and passed on the bacterium to their wives, the study continued without these men or their families any the wiser. In the mid-60s, a San Francisco venereal disease investigator called out the unethicalness of the study. The Public Health Service, though, stuck to their guns, aiming to continue the study until all the men had died and they could autopsy the bodies. Only in 1972, after the story was leaked to the public, did the study come to an end. This was a full 40 years after it started. As a result of this medical negligence, 100 of the men died from syphilis-related complications, 28 died from syphilis itself, 40 spouses tested positive for syphilis, and 19 children of these men had congenital syphilis. Congress gave survivors and their families reparations, healthcare benefits, and burial services, but I think we all know there's nothing that can really repair the damage done. The Tuskegee syphilis study has caused many African Americans to lose faith in the healthcare system. It's staggering when you think about it. The study ended in 1972. That's within my parents' lifetimes. It's not that long ago. Where was the respect for the value of human life? The MCU Isaiah's trauma, fear, and mistrust of the American government are a good callback to the study. It's not a happy story, but it's an important one, even today.